Zakorok slept on his metallic throne in his dimly lit chamber. A whisper came out of the shadows, saying his name over and over.
Zakorok! Zakorok! Zakorok!
The Manox leader rose from his throne, eyes darting in every direction. Zakorok spoke to the shadows. "Who goes there?" When suddenly he saw a burst of light coming at him, and then he felt a weird sensation of a dimensional traveling, and then nothing. Zakorok woke up in a room with the windows shining in precious light. Zakorok was blinded by it, and finally, after his vision cleared, he got up. He had no idea where he was. He was in a large room, and it was beautiful. There were many masks and tools all around that decorated the entire chamber. He realized that he was in a throne room much like his own. But where was he? "Where am I?" Zakorok said. Then a gate behind him opened, letting in more light, blinding Zakorok. A strange voice spoke.
"I believe I can answer that for you. Welcome to Artaka, Zakorok."
The Manox turned to see who spoke. Zakorok saw a lean, armored, masked being with purple and white armor. Right to the left of the stranger was a hulking crimson being with a huge spear. Standing to the right of the stranger was Hershak. She had a smile on her face.
"I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I'm happy to answer,"
said the stranger. Zakorok looked at him eye to eye and spoke. "Who are you? Why did you bring me here?" The being laughed and suddenly appeared by Zakorok's side.
"My name is Zainov, and I am leader of Hand of Artaka."
Zadolf said, "Your close friend has told me much about you in the last couple of weeks. You're quite a genius, I must say."
He continued and placed a hand on Zakorok, who nudged Zainov away. "Why am I here?" Zakorok questioned. Zainov seemed confused and looked back at Hershak, who gave him a sarcastic smile.
"Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Hershak already told you who we are and what we do. Come, let me show you."
The four beings stepped out of the room and down a long silver staircase. Zainov began.
"The Hand of Artaka is an organization dedicated to the Master Crafter, as he represents order and creation. We carry out Majinu's will and protect the Matorian."
The four passed by many members of different size and shape, armed and primed. They passed by workshops with Matorian crafting tools. The island of Artaka was magnificent, but not as amazing as Zakorok's homeland. It was a land of advanced technology filled with towers, buildings, and skyscrapers. The sun shined down brightly from above, and the group stopped at a large fortress, the fortress of Artaka. And for some reason, one moment the fortress was one way, and then the next it changed to something completely different. Zainov spoke, knowing what Zakorok was thinking.
"Artaka likes to change his fortress from time to time to how he pleases. Come, I'm sure you'll want to meet him."
Then the fortress's massive gate opened, and Zainov walked in, leading the group into darkness. The gate closed behind them once they were inside. The group walked for some time until they arrived at a particular door. The door was large and symmetrical. It was decorated with many scribbles, ideas, and plants on it. The door didn't stay the same for long, as it changed before Zakorok could get a good look at it.
"Sorry, Artaka has a knack for creating and changing. Come, he's waiting,"
Zadolf said, and then the door opened to a massive throne room. The entire chamber was decorated with Knoe tools, plans, scribbles, symbols, stone tablets, ideas, objects of different sizes and shape. At the end of the chamber was a large metal throne made of all sorts of metals and tools and other objects. The golden chair gleamed in the sunlight coming out the windows, but the thing that caught Zakorok's attention was the large, imposing 10-foot-tall being sitting on the throne. The being was clad in gray-green armor and was decorated with all sorts of symbols like the ones he saw everywhere else on the island. Zadolf spoke to Zakorok.
"Zakorok, this is Artaka. He has been waiting for you."
Then Artaka slowly stood up as if he hadn't moved in 1,000 years. Then the crafter spoke.
"I am Artaka. Welcome, Zakorok. leader of the Minox, to my home.
Sokorok bowed before the Master Crafter, and Artaka did as well. He spoke again. His voice sounded smooth and calm, yet loud and powerful.
You may leave us, Zainov. I would like to talk to Sokorok alone.
Zainov respected Artaka's request, and he left along with Hershak and the large warrior. Artaka put a hand on Sokorok's shoulder.
Forgive Zainov. He's a bit of a loose cannon, but he's a powerful leader like you are.
Sokorok spoke to Artaka. Why have you brought me here? Artaka was surprised.
Your close friend Hershak told me much about you, Sokorok. You and I are very much alike. We are both skilled crafters, and both of us are respected in our own rights. Both of us are symbols for our people.
The Minox leader walked towards the window of the chamber. Sokorok had to admit it. Artaka was right. Both were respected and symbols for their people. You're right, Artaka. Are you trying to read my mind? Sokorok said, looking back at Artaka.
Sorry. New habits and all that,
Artaka said. Sokorok turned towards him. You're not the only one. And Sokorok sent a telepathic message back to Artaka, and he laughed.
Intriguing. I've never laughed since my existence. It feels strange.
The crafter stated. Sokorok put a hand on Artaka's shoulder and spoke. We're both very much alike, but why trouble bringing me here? I have a home of my own to lead. Artaka put a hand on his new ally's shoulder.
I want you to become a part of the Hand of Artaka. You would serve a good purpose while this universe is still young. Become a symbol of hope outside your homeland.
Sokorok closed his eyes, deep in thought. Artaka walked Sokorok to the window and he said,
I do hope you make a decision. It will be an honor to work beside you, Sokorok. But I cannot stay here for long. I must leave now to meet my brother. A battle must be fought for a powerful tool that will determine the future of this universe. Goodbye for now, Sokorok.
Then the Master Crafter disappeared, and Sokorok suddenly found himself outside the fortress and beside Hershak. She said gleefully,
What did he say? Tell me everything.
Sokorok stayed silent. Zainov came beside Sokorok and said,
I believe he might need some time to decide. Alone.
Zainov and Hershak began to walk away when Sokorok suddenly appeared in between them. Sokorok spoke. I'm in. Sokorok, Hershak, and Zainov cheered together while walking through the rich streets of Artaka.